we could talk about this. Um, I don't believe this news came out last time we did podcast, Joel, but Warner Brothers decided to make a dedicated studio for DC,
Oh yeah.
and one of the CEOs is none other
Mm.
than James Gunn.
Yep. Smart move. Smart move, DC and Warner
Um,
Brothers.
so Joel, I want to get your reactions to this news and kind of your hopes for what this could do with the DC for the DCEU that we have right now.
Yeah, the new two people they picked, I think, was a move in the right direction. I think they tested the waters with James Gunn in terms of the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, which Suicide Squad 2 was better than the first one. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but
Mhm.
he brought life to some characters who weren't very interesting, I'll say. Brought in, of course, his own people he likes to call on. It was the James Gunn spin on it for sure, but I think where he really shined was Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He showed how he could handle that, and I think they it's a bold move, but also like a smart one. They have a whether Marvel really fired him or not, but that's definitely to DC's gain, and still he's going to be cranking out Guardians Christmas and Guardians 3. He's still probably involved with Avengers stuff. So honestly, it's a win-win for everyone. I was excited. I want DC to do well, even though we've been shitting on him for years. I still want to see good content. At the end of the day, um, even Henry Cavill commented it. He's excited to be Superman again. R.I.P. to Geralt, but
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Fuck.
but he's like, I can't wait to have a long conversation with James Gunn. Who clearly he's it's a one nerd talking to another nerd about nerdy shit, and not to say that people who weren't working on it already didn't like it, but it's just like I feel like it's in good hands saying this now. Hopefully, right? Knock on wood. It's a great move. Hopefully, he doesn't do some weird shit like DC executives and Warner Bros. Holding a gun to fucking James Gunn's head, saying we need Avengers 5 right now, again. So
Yeah,
my thoughts. What
hopefully.
about you, Brian? Where are you at?
Um, I'm gonna be a little optimistic, just a tiny bit. Like we know what James Gunn can do, and since
Mm,
he's gonna be leading a lot of the creative, he's pretty much gonna be like the Kevin Feige of DC now. And so far, his track record, at least for DC films, not like let alone all the Guardians movies, has been pretty good. The Suicide Squad was really fun.
huh,
Peacemaker did really well.
really good.
So he knows what he's doing.
Mhm.
And of course, we're gonna have Peter Safran, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Is going to be running business. So you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that duo. One's gonna handle business, one's gonna handle creative. So like they're gonna have, I wouldn't say free reign, but they're gonna be able to solely focus on like that aspect of the company, which could be a good thing. Um, but yeah, you know, at least now we can hopefully get some direction. You know, like you said, Henry Cavill is like all in on being Superman again. Where for a while we didn't know if he was going to be coming back. You know, as far as we know right now, at least for one movie, we have Ben Affleck back as Batman for Aquaman 2. So, and apparently there's for some reason they're still reshooting The Flash. I don't know why. That's a whole nother story.
Probably poured so much money into it. They need to get some return. That's my. I hate thinking about it like that. Not because they want to make it good and fun, because of monetary return. But that's where my head's at. So they already invested so
What are
much.
you
So.
talking about? They could use another tax refund. Just do the bad girl way.
God,
Just do the bad girl
God, I'm
way.
gonna be mad
Come
about that
on.
forever.
Come on.
Yeah,
Get that
maybe
tax
fucking.
return.
Hey, James Gunn. I know you're watching this. If you fucking have the balls, put out Batgirl. Fucking do it. Show us you're serious. Put out Batgirl. I know not that he doesn't have the balls. DC and Warner Brothers, let him fucking give him the okay to say, yeah, let's do it. Don't be afraid, WB. Come on. Where you at? You're gonna show us the DCU, the hierarchy of power is changing? Fucking show us.
Balls in your court, Warner Brothers.
Right?
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna fucking happen.
But yeah, this will be interesting. Hopefully we'll get to see what this new studio means sooner rather than later. Of course, this isn't only just the live action movies. This encompasses all of DC, so like animated as well. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe they'll have some cohesion. But of course, I feel like DC is better off just kind of doing their own random projects. And I think James Gunn might know that. So we'll see a little bit of the DCEU, and we'll hopefully see a little bit of just like random, like one shot projects here and there. And I guess since we're at it, we can just mention real quick, because I know we've been running a little bit long and we need to get to Andor. But I guess the last piece of news we'll talk about for this podcast is that, like you said, Henry Cavill, come season 4 of The Witcher, is no longer gonna be our Geralt of Rivia. It will be Liam Hemsworth, I think.
Yes.
And that came to a big shock to a lot of people, especially, pretty much every person to an extent. So basically, from what I can gather, there was some creative conflict between Henry Cavill and the writers, because apparently the writers decided that they wanted to take their own spin on The Witcher and Geralt as a character. And of course, Henry Cavill, being the nerd that he is, and rightfully so, was like, hey, yo, Geralt isn't like this. He has a lot of more dimension than just being a broody,
not a himbo, y'all.
He's a brooding, tired motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then, I guess they couldn't come to an agreement, and Henry Cavill decided to say, okay, well, I'm going to go be Superman now. See ya. So I honestly haven't really been watching The Witcher all that much. Is it going to be around much longer? Who knows? I don't know. I don't want to say that just because they're switching the actors for Geralt that the show is just going to go under. There have been some times where they will venture on to something new and it kind of works out, but we've seen this time and time again where Hollywood people,
Netflix too,
will just be like, we want to put our own spin on this. And it's like, no, you don't need to fucking do that. We have too many anime adaptations that say no.
The thing is, for those who haven't seen The Witcher, I actually highly recommend it. It's good. It was great to have a fucking nerd who knows the source material help everyone to do it and make it great. It's unfortunate that he's leaving, that, producers and writers weren't on board. Geralt in the games, I haven't read the books, he's brooding, but he's smart. He's not, Cavill still did a great job, great nuance and stuff. It's just, again, unfortunate. Just have people, I want to put my own spin. Then make your own content. People, I think if you wanted to make your own version, you should say this is our version, and then have like the other one. I don't know, like, I'm not a good person to talk about this, but it's just, we've seen this, like you just said it, time and time again. We want to put our own spin. It's like, yes, going the original route is safe, but that's really why people are tuning in. They want to see like originals brought to life, Some things, yes, of course. Like, I don't need to see Aladdin again, but that's just for me. I mean, obviously, the new one is made for kids, right? Like, I don't know. It's complicated, but it's unfortunate. He's leaving
Hmm.
because of the reason why things are. We shy away from it. It's like, oh, they don't want to follow the source material. Should you always hang on to the source material? No. It's safe. Yes. Is it probably good? Probably yes. So it's conflicting.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
conflicting.
I'm sure Liam Hemsworth will be a good job. He'll probably be the Geralt they want now. Like, huh, yes, Siri. Like be the himbo they want.
Maybe,
And
yeah.
it's a great series. I hate to see it change for the worse, but see what happens. Maybe he'll bring it to new heights. Who
Yeah, who
knows?
knows? Miracles can happen.
It's just once again like, oh, that's why we found out why pretty early, and now it's like, okay, here we go.
The only thing the only other thing I kind of find funny is that I think apparently one of the head writers also left, but they're now going to be working on a Star Wars project, and they said that, hey, I will only take the job if we have a team of people that actually care about the property that they're writing for, instead of just some Hollywood people just writing to write. So it's like, good rule.
I mean, to that point, watch the behind the scenes for Mandalorian season 2, and it's just like everyone is there because they love Star Wars. I mean, of course they want to get paid doing it too. But it's like it really shows because I don't know. I thought fucking season 2 of Mando was
Mean you.
amazing. It's
It
great.
was.
I mean, I'm biased as fuck. I love Mandalorian, but it just shows. It comes through, when people are actually
Oh, for sure.
respecting the source material and making something new while still honor it. It's I
When
I don't know.
when people are already passionate about it, just being a fan, like you can see that when they get into a role and kind of go with it. And that's what I think what makes the team of John Favreau and Dave Filoni so great is that they're also fans of what they do, but then also they're able to bring it out of other people as well.
Mhm.
And, you know, unfortunately, not every, studio is the same. Not every team is the same. So you're going to have to just kind of roll with the punches and see what happens. So hopefully, season 4 of The Witcher, see what happens. I think it comes out next year, some point. I don't know, maybe, or it starts filming next year. One of the two. Well, good luck with
That
that.
Witcher prequel's been great. I'm hoping for.
Oh,
Shell yo.
hey.